If it looks like a rat, smells like a rat, acts like a rat, chances are it's a rat, right? Well, the good news is that there were no rats on the field during Mississippi State's upset over Texas A&M today. However, there may have been a shark out there on the field because something definitely smelled fishy. Don't believe me? Check this out. After a questionable roughing the passer penalty, that set up MSU with first and goal from the 2, and that led to a 2-yard touchdown run by Williams. Seems pretty harmless, right? Hold up, wait a minute. Let's watch that again. Look at the ref in the background. Look at him. He pumps his fist like he's celebrating the touchdown for the Bulldogs. Look again. Matter of fact, we're going to slow it down for you right here. Look. Yes, they scored. What? That's just disrespectful if you ask me. Then again, I'm not an official. But as you can see, he's cheering for the other team. Let's just see what Coach Sumlin feels about the officiating in this game.
You know, we get called for a rough in the passer. We get our guy drugged down on the other sideline. Nothing happens.
Thanks, Coach.
Now, the guy he's referring to is his quarterback, Trevor Knight, who went out with a shoulder injury in the second quarter. And let me be clear, I am in no way stating that the officiating dictated the outcome of the game. The Aggies lost fair and square. All I'm saying is that something is just a little fishy. All right, moving on to the Big 12. With the big election just 3 days away, I am officially launching the campaign of Deontay Foreman for president. Okay, he may not be eligible to run for the president of the U.S., but you know where he is eligible to run? All over the Texas Tech defense. The Longhorns running back rushed for 341 yards and 3 touchdowns in the victory today. It's even crazy just saying that. His 341-yard performance is just 9 yards shy of the single-game school record set by a guy named Ricky Williams. You may have heard of him. Now, Foreman also passed the 100-yard mark for the 10th straight game, which leads the FBS. Now, also not pictured, White House great Patrick Mahomes threw for 367 yards, 3 touchdowns, but it was in a losing effort. And another big upset here. TCU pounds number 13 Baylor 62-22. The Horned Frogs won by dominating the ground as they accumulated 431 rushing yards. The Bears, unfortunately, are now officially out of the playoffs. And let's move a little closer to home. Stephen F. Austin took on Central Arkansas today for their homecoming. We're going to pick things up in the first. Lumberjacks quarterback Zach Conk, he calls his home number and rushes in for the 8-yard touchdown. Makes it look so easy. Now, that's Conk's 33rd career rushing touchdown and moves him into second place all-time on SFA's list. But UCA would strike right back later in the first. Hayden Hildebrand rolls out and finds Cody Douch for the 30-yard touchdown. Hildebrand threw for 168 yards, 2 touchdowns on the afternoon, and the Bears would go on to spoil SFA's homecoming with a 34-14 win. That's just not fair. And coming up next, both TJC basketball teams took to the hardwood today. I'll fill you in on all that stuff. That's me trying to ball. Plus, the TJC football team took on Kilgore in regionals today. Now, this was a good one. I'll have that action for you coming up right after the break. Welcome back in. Now, everyone likes a great rematch, right? Well, that's exactly what happened at R.E. St. John Memorial Stadium tonight. TJC took on Kilgore for a rematch last weekend. Our own Ryan Moy was there to capture some of the sights and the action. There's some video there. Look at them coming out fired up. Love the American flag, so patriotic. Now we're going to pick things up in the first. TJC's McLean Carter finds John Murray in the end zone. That would put the Apaches up 9-0. They did get a safety earlier in the game. Now later in the first, some trickery here. Look at this. Ookie, looky. TJC's Carter pitches to Alfred Scott, who then finds the man who started it all, McLean Carter, who gets in for the touchdown. That put the Apaches up 16-0, but Kilgore would march back in the second half, and they would go on to win things 58-51. And right across the street from the stadium, the Lady Apaches were hooping it up as they took on Arkansas Baptist today. In the fourth, off the inbounds pass, TJC's Dejanay Graves hits it from deep, nothing but net. Later in the fourth, Nautica Grant launches one from deep. No diggity, no doubt. And the Lady Apaches destroy the competition as they win 84-42. That's called showing no mercy. And it's only fitting that we end with the Apaches men's basketball team, and this one was a dunk fest today. Right here, Brian Warren with the steal to Quentin Henson for the jam. Now, they're not finished yet. Warren here with the alley-oop to the jam. Oh, and then again, Warren wants a piece of the action one more time. Look at, say it with me, he gets the jam. Oh, I think we got one more dunk in here. This is dunks all over the place. Next up, Warren to Ewing. He comes into Henson, no look. Give me some. I mean, like I said, it was a dunk fest. Now, TJC would go on to win the dunk fest 89-81. And, you know, I got to say, I used to be able to dunk just like that back in my playing days.
Okay.
But the rim was only like 6 feet.
You did make me hungry for jam, though.
That is right.
Thanks,
got any peanut butter?
Well, even the